New Kyle Kulinski.
It's kind of
Brigadier General Kyle Kulinski. Let's go. Literally 57 seconds ago, no views whatsoever. We're in here, dude. We're in here watching as it comes out. We're in here watching Kyle Kulinski, the commander of Dark Woke, the commander of the Dark Woke militia before he makes these videos. Holy shit. It's still rendering.
Kind of crazy right now to me. It kind of low-key feels like we live in a simulation as I'm witnessing our politics unfold, because look at this. This is so crazy. Fox News ran 5 different segments on Hasan.
That was the first day. They've done like 10 more since then. It's crazy.
The same day Trump announced he's going to wipe out Iranian civilization. This is not a joke, y'all. This is not a joke. This is actually... So look at this. We have one top left. Dem Michigan Senate candidate to rally with anti-Israel streamer. By the way, that makes him sound based as like that. Most of the country looks at that and they go, oh, cool, anti-Israel. I'm down for that. The other one on the top here, Hasan Piker's history of anti-Semitic remarks. Not enough to keep some Dems away. Well, that's bull. He's only said a quadrillion times that he's anti-Zionist, not anti-Semitic, and he's made countless arguments defending Jews. Dem candidate to rally with controversial streamer. Again, that makes him sound cool. This other one says Michigan Senate candidate plans to rally with streamer who made anti-Israel comments. Again, making him sound badass. And then we have this one. Why are Dems appearing with Hasan Piker? And you have Chip Roy with his 2 first name have an ass and his bald ass head sitting there going against Hasan. And then the other thing I find funny is that they're using all these good pictures of Hasan, right? They're like, here's a picture of Hasan looking like a hunky dream, and he's anti-Israel and controversial and edgy. They don't know what they're doing. They're accidentally doing a favor for us, okay? This is heightening the contradictions and the difference between Mallory McMorrow and Abdul El Sayed. Hasan is campaigning for Abdul El Sayed, the real lefty in the race. This is letting everybody know, yes, this is the guy you want. They are, guys, they're doing the Republican version of the Pied Piper strategy. Remember that? When Hillary Clinton ran and the Democrats purposely propped up Trump because they felt like, oh, we'll easily defeat this guy, so we want him to be the one we run against, so let's pretend like, oh, we're most scared of him. Oh, he's terrible, right? And then what ended up happening? Trump was the nominee. Trump ended up beating Hillary and getting to the White House. What they're doing here is, can you believe this crazy guy Hasan, bro? Look at the stuff he says. Look at what he does. I can't believe he says this. This is crazy. And then not realizing you're doing that because you think, oh, this guy's so horrible and you'll tar Abdul El Sayed in association with him. But in reality, it's actually helping. It's actually helping you dumbass freaks. And they don't understand that. What they don't get is, like, they think, oh, we'll go after the easiest targets on the left and try to tar all Democrats with the left-wing stuff. So, like, look at this thing Rashida Tlaib said, or Ilhan Omar said, or AOC said. Look at this thing Hasan Piker said. And they think, like, aha, we got him, guaranteed to win now. But what you don't understand is, it's like a reverse Trump type thing where left-wing ideas are actually liked. They're actually popular. When you show Hasan talking about we need to tax all the billionaires or shove them in the gulag, people are going, hell yeah, brother. That's what they're thinking. When he's talking about Medicare for all and free college and a living wage and ending the wars and taxing the rich and arresting the Trump regime thugs and all the good stuff, they think like, look at how extreme that is. But Americans listen to that and they go, I love that. Finally, somebody's saying some real shit. Finally, somebody's saying something different. When somebody says Benjamin Netanyahu's a war criminal, he should have been arrested years ago, that's something everybody, oh yeah. Absolutely.
It is pretty funny that they constantly go, look at how bad this guy is. And none of these Democrats that, like all of these Democrats that you despise, hate him. And the only Democrats that you find palatable love him and constantly do appearances alongside him. Like, it is pretty funny to do that. Obviously, like, you know, yeah, we got our own lane here, but it's so funny to be like, yeah, the most popular politician in the country, Bernie Sanders, who also happens to be Jewish too, is defending Piker. Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you think that's a coherent narrative that's going to undermine whatever the I'm trying to do here? When you keep doing that, most people are gonna be like, oh wait, what the I love Bernie. I didn't know who this guy was, but you're saying he's an anti-Semite, but Bernie's his favorite politician. What the fuck is that? You know?
Absolutely. I agree with that completely. And so it's backfiring. And by the way, let's be serious here. This is Donald Trump is literally destroying the entire country.
Yes.
Destroying the world, if we're being serious. An illegal and offensive war waged against Iran, a country that didn't attack us, is not a threat in any way, shape, or form. Doing it with Benjamin Netanyahu, the axis of Epstein, is what we're talking about here. Destroying the global economy, inflation going up, unemployment going up, gas prices skyrocketing, grocery prices skyrocketing, no idea how to open the mother Strait of Hormuz, ICE rounding up innocent people, shoving them in concentration camps, authoritarianism skyrocketing. And here we are, and instead of talking about any of the Trump shit, they're going, can you believe this edgy streamer said something edgy in 2019, bro? Can you believe that? They did, the RNC research account the other day tweeted Hasan from like 2019 telling some like Vietnamese, or some old Vietnamese immigrant lady who said some right-wing shit, suck his dick. And they were like, oh, can you believe he said, like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? They're f***ed up. Because in the same way that when, liberal media attacked Trump and tried to portray him as uncouth, it kind of helped him. The inverse is happening now. You're trying to portray these like leftists as uncouth, but when people actually listen to what we're saying, it's funny, it's edgy, it's interesting, and there's also some there at the core of it, because we're arguing for good politics that will improve everybody's life. Hasan was at the thing with Abdul El Sayed, and he was saying the exact right thing. He was going, every single dollar we spend to blow up a little girl's school in Iran is a dollar that does not go to your healthcare, does not go to your education, does not go to free school breakfast and lunch for kids, does not go to university.
It's, in some ways, it low-key is the Trump method, right? The problem, of course, is that we're in the phases within the Democratic Party where like liberals are trying to do what they did, what the Republicans tried to do to Donald Trump. And because Donald Trump was inevitably backed by Fox News, which is the primary place where all Republicans get their news from, it worked out at the end, right? There was a force where he could whip the ranks and basically make the party, like remake the party in his own image. Given the new media environment that currently exists, we also have that opportunity. Because the days of just like exclusively getting your information from CNN, New York Times, MSNBC, and all these other outlets is gone, right? It's gone. It's over. A lot of people tune into independent media. There's a lot of organic momentum on the independent media side. So we do have a serious opportunity to remake at least significant aspects of the Democratic Party, the only opposition party that has viability without like having to fight for ballot access in every goddamn state, right? Like we have that opportunity to run people and build a movement that way and lean into those victories.
So child care. Every single dollar is a waste. So they're saying we got to cut health care for everybody. But by the way, give me 400 billion DZACs for my illegal war. Well, how about you suck my nuts from the back skis? How about that? Good luck, guys. Good luck. I actually low-key, I kind of like it. The more they go after him, I think the better off we are. They're trying to make Hasan like the left-wing Rush Limbaugh. But the problem is, Hasan says things that are true and correct. And Rush Limbaugh is a vile, disgusting bigot who's wrong about everything and does nothing but suck the dick of the Epstein class, back when he was alive, of course. You're just not going to be able to get Hasan on that. If you actually have beliefs and you know what you stand for and you know what you believe in and you make the argument, nobody cares about some stupid gotcha politics.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Oh, you said something that was...
The only people that quote unquote care are people who disagree with the actual movement, right? And they're doing that in a very cynical way where they're like, oh, well, I would agree with you if you were kinder. It's like, okay, point to a kinder person that has the same exact politics that you agree with. You can't, right? You can't, because you don't want to say that you disagree with this objectively popular movement. And that's why I always say it does go back to Israel in many instances. There are a lot of people who have conditioned themselves into thinking we have to support the state of Israel, okay? And they don't want to openly say it now. They used to. That's why I always say, like, go back to any of these chirpers and key search on their profiles, Israel, Gaza, Palestine, genocide, okay? Key search any of those words, and you will find that in the early days, in October 2023, they were much more forthcoming about their opinions on Hamas, about their opinions on Palestinians, what they deserve, blah, blah, blah. And slowly but surely, they petered out if they didn't altogether delete their takes, right? But that's what it is. Right now, the people that just keep chirping are doing so because they think this is the only viable way to yell at someone who is a critic of Israel without openly positioning themselves as a supporter of Israel, because even the biggest, most annoying centrists on the timeline have given up. They realize it's undeniable. This is not working. And yeah, it's always the same shit. You're not helping your cause, a person who opposes your cause. That's precisely what it is. It's always a guy who opposes your cause that tells you this is not helping your cause. It's not a secret. I can be very vulgar. I'm very passionate about the things that I speak on, okay? Some of these things are very intense, okay? Some of the things that I speak on are intense subjects. Like there are people dying. We're talking about genocide, things like that. Yeah, every now and then I'm going to pop off and tell someone to suck my cock, okay? It's going to happen.
Like, who cares? Who gives a shit? And by the way, you also can't do this when Donald Trump is who you worship. Donald Trump was posting about making an entire civilization die. His words, not mine. Like literal nuclear annihilation for 90 million people. And you're going to clutch your pearls because he said suck my dick in 2019? I can't with these people. But go ahead.
What is this? What is
Keep
this?
going.
You keep sending
Shout
this
out
link.
to Mario number 4 here because he shows a thing of MAGA going, terrorist to Hasan, and then not a terrorist under Trump saying, a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. These people are absolutely ridiculous. All I have to say is keep going, bro. Keep going. Keep going after Hasan. Keep going after Abdul El Sayed. Michigan, you better go vote for Abdul, man. Y'all better go vote for Abdul. We need lefties to win some more, because the only way we're going to stop this war, the only way we're going to fight back against the 1%, the only way we're going to arrest the Trump regime and the Epstein class is to have us in power. Hey, y'all, do me a favor.
Yeah. My point is, I'd rather always be honest with you and always fight for truth and justice while still being vulgar than be a civil defender of these current unjustifiable constructs, these current the current state of violence and injustice that exists. Okay? For many on the liberal side in the media, and for many people obviously on the Republican side, they would rather maintain a civil posture. Republicans have already dropped the civil posture, obviously. There is a double standard there. They only hit that back on civility when it comes to people in their left flank, but that's what it is.